What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
How was my mic off? Everything I've just said. We all do it every now and then. Oh, I should get into the habit of double checking that. Oh, what a way to start. Oh, thank you for pointing that out because I wouldn't have noticed. Oh, anyway, to recap, starting Dragon Age 2 because thoroughly enjoyed Dragon Age Origins. Oh. And I want to get into Inquisition as well, because that's one of my favourite games. But yeah, rather than recapping everything I've already just said, let's jump into the game. Now, one thing I have done is I've deliberately changed the ratio of the picture. Normally this game is widescreen, but because of the nature of how I set up my screen view, I've got it set up in a 4:3 view, so it fills the full screen. So one of the things that I do love about this game is the fact that there's a huge thing to do with the Chantry and the whole anti-magic stuff, anti-mages. From what I understand, playing as a mage gives you one hell of a story. Unfortunately, one of my favourite characters gets left out, and that is a character named Bethany. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing as a warrior, because my original playthrough, I've got the achievements for it, was as a rogue. So I'm going to be playing as a warrior this time, and because I'm not needing to voice the character, I'm going to go with a female character this time, so we actually have a slight difference compared to the original. And this, for anyone who doesn't know these games, which is probably not many of you, this game is very different from the first one. Quite polarising, but still a good game. So, let's get into the beginning of the story. Back when EA actually made really good games. Back when BioWare still had all their best people.
I've had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentecost, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here! Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
Now, one thing to remember, he's a storyteller. Keep that in mind throughout the entire thing.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later. Then we make our stand here. Prepare yourself.
Now, one thing they did do is they redesigned almost all the creatures in the game. Totally changing all of them. The dwarves and the elves in particular are quite different. Do let me know if it's a bit too loud, because I haven't balanced this entirely before I played, because it was literally a last minute decision to play this. But yeah, let's get through this fight.
Go down!
So yeah, the combat is quite a bit more action-packed than the original one. The original one tried to be more realistic. But this one, they went a bit more fun.
Let's finish this! We can't keep this up forever.
Another thing that they did with the conversation wheel was you've got options for how you want to be. The blue options with the halo are being the good and virtuous person. The red one is more the aggressive villainous style character, but the purple one is the one where you're joking and sarcastic, which is definitely my favourite version of the character. So let's go with that one.
Perhaps we'll be lucky, and they'll run out of Darkspawn. Here they come. Shall I deal with them?
So here you've got the option of which way you want to go for the choice. These choices at this point don't really make a huge difference, but...
All yours, sister.
Yes, that's one thing I noticed when I first played this. Oh, sister's having trouble. I mean, at this stage, you're literally ridiculously overpowered. But this is just the intro. Oh, there's one left. Now, this is one creature I don't think they changed at all from the first one. But yeah, nice big ogre.
How about you?
Let's just use all the abilities. So yeah, there's a reason she's known as the champion.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
Well, what makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me! You knew her even before she became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where she is now.
Do you have any idea what's...
Hello there, Mikey. Welcome to the stream. You're literally right at the beginning.
Guess. Your precious
thank you for
chantry has
raiding.
fallen to pieces and
Just
put
a
the
moment.
entire world on the brink of war. and you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to her, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
Yeah, I can't pause this at this moment, but I'll wait for a bit. I think we're just at... Yep, we're at the character creation. Yes, welcome Raiders. I am late to the beard party, for those of you who have not seen me before. Mostly play older games. Yes, this is a game that I haven't played for a very long time because I wanted to play the DLC. However, the DLC had been full price for such a long time. And it's like, I think even after a decade they were still asking. I think it was the equivalent of about $60 for all the DLC, and I wasn't going to pay that. But then EA did a season pass with all the DLC for, I think it was £8 or $10. So I thought, you know what, grab it. And finally getting around to play through all of it now. For those who are watching here who don't know Mikey, he's another streamer, plays mostly RPGs if I recall correctly, and if I also remember correctly, it must be something like 3 AM where you are as well, so finishing early by normal standards I believe. But yes, this game is a follow-on from, obviously from Dragon Age Origins, but for my playthrough I did a couple of years ago where I played as a noble, literally doing the voice of Duke Nukem, to become King Duke Nukem Kuzland, which was a lot of fun to play through. I think the novelty of it wore off relatively quickly, but I still had fun playing through the whole game. And I'd do a similar thing here if the character wasn't fully voiced. But yeah, all the VODs for that are on my YouTube channel, linked below, if you would like to have a look as well. So just going to do a very quick character creation. Literally, I'm just going to do the one thing that just has that swipe across the nose, and that is it. And now I just need to select my import. So there is Duke Nukem. I just need to select the last one I saved, which was at the end of the DLC. So let's make sure I pick the last. Which was the last one? Yep, that would be the last one. So I've imported the game with all my choices. I don't think it affects this one much. I think it's mostly who ends up on the throne at the end of the game that is the deciding factor for what happens in this one. But it doesn't affect the overall story. It's just nice little details. It's not like Mass Effect where your choices had major ramifications in the later ones, although not quite as much as I think people hoped for. But anyway, let's get into this game and seeing what happened with Hawke and what really happened with that opener. I'm going to keep normal difficulty, and here we go.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Cailan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
Loghain. Voiced by Simon Templeman. Great actor.
Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, Maker save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
Right. I'm probably going to be sticking with the sarcastic options through most of the game because that is so much fun. And being British, I love sarcasm. So,
At least we're alive. That's no small feat.
Yes. You're right. We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please.
Listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
And as promised, there is a Mabari. Not one quite as well written into the story as the first game, but we still have a Mabari. Now, one little detail that I noticed back in the day that a lot of people didn't notice, particularly with this intro, is how that the very first part, everything is absolutely ridiculous. The champion is completely overpowered. The fight is easy to beat through, but then what's her name? Cassandra calls it out as bullshit. And there's certain details that you can actually notice, like as Proserpina mentioned earlier on. Bethany's boobs were enormous in that intro, but now, if you do the pervy thing and look, they've shrunk. And that's a little detail of Varric telling the story and exaggerating things. And it's a subtle detail. And it's one of the things that I love about the game, the fact that there's so many details that you could easily say, oh, that's him embellishing too much. And there's quite a few aspects of that. And I think a lot of the negative reviews towards this game pointed out those things. In some ways, it can explain a lot of the plot holes that appear in the game. But in other ways, that can be a bit of a too easy explanation. But I'll point out some of the most obvious ones as we get through. So we just need to survive the getting out of Lothering. So we're nowhere near as powerful this time. But we should be able to survive without too much difficulty. Now, I think the story is not quite as well written as the first one, but it's still a good story. Let's just loot these corpses. Now, I think these corpses give you some... I think it's a couple of items for each... or one item for each of the three classes. So you've got options for... Okay. So you've got options for all your characters. Like playing a warrior, I've got a two-handed sword. So there's a broad axe which has almost exactly the same stats. Don't know how well that's coming up on the stream. I think it's probably a bit too small to read, unfortunately. Similar to the subtitles, because I do have quite a large view on here. I may have to muck around in the later stream and make the view a little bit smaller. But yeah, this is that's Carver, the brother, and Bethany, who's the sister. Now, they are twins, those two. That does have a certain degree of relevance in the not-too-distant future. But, I mean, there's no point changing the equipment at the moment because all the stats are the same as what they currently have. So, I'm just going to quickly level up the character. I've got 3 points. So, yes, just put it all into strength for the moment. And abilities. Yeah, let's take the Mighty Blow ability. I'm going to be using two-handed swords through this. Right. Okay. Yeah, I've got loads and loads of quests popping up in the bottom screen.
Wait. Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn. Where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Sarcasm, I love it.
So long as we wander aimlessly away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Well, that wouldn't be my first choice. There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Can't we?
Oh, more of them.
No?
Ooh. Ooh, not good.
You will not have him! They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
Time to play hero. Yep, Bethany just blasting them all.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Huh. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
That woman is an apostate. The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
Let's investigate a little to find out some more.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
Yes.
For a while, it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. Just like at Ostagar, this is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varrel.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
I did tell you earlier you were going to like all the our companions we meet through the game. Right.
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
Thank you, Wesley.
For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south, that's no way out.
If the options are south or die, I'll take my chances with south.
Yep. Yes. Not good options at the moment. But we do have some levelling up to do for a couple of characters. I'll just put those points there, and absolutely going to take healing as the first magic option, because if I remember this game correctly, the more healing you can get in the party, the better. And a Carver, just whack it all on strength the same. And yeah, go with Mighty Blow as well. Keep it simple for the moment. Yes, now Wesley looks like a coward right now. Oops, switch to the main character. Very easy to lose track there.
And here we go again.
I will not die today!
More of them again. So yeah, combat in this one is quite a bit more frantic than the first game. Right, let's check the corpses. Anything lootable? Ah, yes. Trying to remember what the... where were they? Yes. Yeah. Getting reused to the controls again.
Here we go.
Yep, more of them. No, absolutely fine. I know what time it is for you over there. So, yeah, feel free to head off and get some sleep, and I hope you have a good weekend. And thank you for the raid. Always good to see you around. Right, some more healing items. Right, I've got some... Oh, got a ring. Okay, I'll take that. Defense against any physical damage. Yeah, only 3%, but a difference is a difference.
Get ready.
Oh, there's a Darkspawn mage at the back there. I'm going to go deal with him first. If it's too loud, I can turn the sound effects down a little bit. That should help. Oh, there's more coming. Hopefully that's a bit better.
Make it go.
Oh, and another
Quickly,
level up.
before they regroup. We must press towards the wilds.
No, I'm looting everything. Oh, we haven't got a rogue in our party, which means we can't open that. I mean, we've got 3 warriors at the moment, so we've got Bethany as a mage, Aveline, Carver, and Hawk are all warriors, so we've got no way to open that. But we have a few bodies to loot. And a level up to do. Right. Gotta put a few points into dexterity. It increases the chance of a crit. And as it increases stamina, I'll put a point into willpower. And what else? +1 range on two-handed weapons. Hell yes. Aveline. Okay. Right, she's a sword and board fighter. So... yep. Only other option there. And that's all the level ups. Another thing that this game has is you've got friend and rivalry with the characters. So like Aveline, we've only just met her, so she's kind of like in the middle. But Carver, he's kind of our rival, because we're a fighter as well, and fighters all like their rivals. But Bethany is on the friend side, because there's a better relationship going on there, and she's on the verge of leveling up, as is Carver. So next fight, they will level. Right, this bit should look a little familiar.
You soulless bastards!
Oh dear.
Carver!
So yeah, now we've got to fight the ogre again, but this time we haven't got the way overpowered. Thankfully, pommel strikes do actually hurt them.
Face me! I stand for...
Oh. Right, let's get rid of these. Oh, the ogre's down. So we've got the others to deal with. These are a bit more powerful as well. Gang up on them.
Carver, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, Mistress. Your son is gone.
No, these things will not take Carver.
This is one of the interesting points and also one of the more polarizing things about this game. Whether Carver or Bethany dies is based on whether you're a mage. If you play a mage, Bethany dies. I think the argument was so there isn't two mages right at the beginning. If you don't play as a mage, Carver dies, so that there is a mage in Bethany. But loads of people are asking the question, what if we could have the two mages? What if we had no mages? Because both of those had interesting stories that could be followed out. Plus, personally, I think Bethany is a much better character. They're both whiny. That's one of the things people complain about with this game. But at least Bethany has a justified reason to be whiny. Carver was whiny because he was always living in the shadow. That's something that comes out later on in the story. But Bethany's whining because she's had to lead her entire life hiding from everyone because she's an apostate. As I say, she's got a better reason to be whiny than Carver does. But yeah, do we want to be sarcastic to Mother? Of course we do.
Maybe we should grieve when we're safe.
Don't speak to me of grief. This is your fault. How could you let him charge off like that? Your little brother. My little boy.
Mother, we can't stay here. Carver wouldn't want his sacrifice to be meaningless.
Allow me to commend your son's soul to the Maker, Mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young man a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace he has found in eternity.
I will never forget you, Carver.
Yeah, again, do we want to be sarcastic? Might as well.
At least Father will have company now.
That may have been a too soon one.
Flames. We're too late.
I will not die today!
Yeah, there's more of them.
I will not die today!
Yes, there's a lot of them.
Here! Come on! Let's finish this!
There's no end to them.
So, it was very bullshitting all along. Now, you may not recognise this character from the first game, but you will recognise the voice. Because they completely changed their look.
Well, well. What have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
Yes, that's Kate Mulgrew, aka Captain Janeway, or in this case, Flemeth, if you recall from the first game. Morrigan's mother. A rather different look from the first game, but an interesting one. I've seen cosplays of that character, and some of them are amazing. I think most of them are amazing.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
Wait, you can't just leave us here.
Can I not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated, and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
I love it. I'm not sure if you can read it on there, but one of his options is, I want to be a dragon. Yeah, go for it.
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
If only a clever tongue was all one needed. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. Your king will not miss you, hmm?
Yeah, I'm sticking with the sarcastic.
I'm sure he'll miss his life more.
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth. Asha Belinar. An old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
Now I've got the options. One thing I didn't explain with the conversation wheel. Options on the left-hand side are ones that don't progress the story, but they get you more information, and sometimes they open up new options. The ones on the right almost always progress the story. The only exception to that is when you've got yes or no answers, in which case you've got both options on either side. But those situations are fairly obvious. Yeah, I definitely think Kate had a lot of fun playing this character. She was so well cast as well, and her performance in the third game was brilliant as well. One of the reasons why I want to get through it, because although she doesn't appear as a major character as far as how often she appears, every time she appears she steals the show. Yeah, she definitely was. Right, let's ask a few questions. So, Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
You're an apostate?
Yes, just like you.
I love how she just changes to sinister at a moment's notice.
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered?
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you're not without your own needs.
Yes, the appointment she needs to make is helping out the warden in the first game, because this part is taking place at the same time.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
Point taken.
Good point.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
And Claudia Black playing her daughter as well. That's another one that was a great performance. I don't think she appears in this one, though. She definitely appears in Inquisition. Alright, let's ask the rest of the party what they think.
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
Oh, the options. Agreed. We could use more fire. Or I can't guarantee. But yeah, we could use more fire.
Roast a few more Darkspawn? I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marithari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full.
There's a link there I'll mention in a moment.
Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
Right, so back to what Flemeth said a moment ago, where she said about the Dalish clan. Now, that one links back to the first game, because if you play as a Dalish elf, you start off in a clan that's in the Dalish forest right at the beginning of the game, but you get separated from them. Now, that clan were leaving, and that's the clan we're off to meet. So the characters that you'd meet right at the beginning of the game are the same ones that we're off to meet in this one, which again shows some wild changes to certain characters. One in particular they completely altered. They wanted to change the character to suit the story they wanted to tell, which is why they did it. But yeah, it's quite jarring for people who played the first game as a Dalish elf. But right, which option? Shall I continue going sarcastic? Might as well.
This corruption is the permanent sort, I take it.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar?
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
Yeah, in case you can't read them, the options are: it's up to you, I'll do it, or put him out of his misery. And none of them are sarcastic. So this is an example of one where all the options are going to continue the story. But yeah, I'll be neutral on this one. It's up to her.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
Note that they put the blade tip up against the breastplate. And now it's gone.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a manner of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word, and got them to Gwaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Yeah, so a cheery city. Yes, very welcoming. Yo, this is bringing back some memories from the last time I played this, which was a good while ago.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? There can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
They're Fereldans, just like us. Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's totally believable.
I'm only surprised they let us dock. We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it. Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Yes, observant lady, isn't she? Okay, just a quick level up. And... let's increase her ability with fire. Right. Yes, just arrived here.
You came to the wrong place, just like all of us.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
Yes, let's investigate.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But
Cheery
it's
fella.
not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
Yes.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days, they kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Oh dear.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Yes, so fun place for Bethany to be. Right.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Okay. Let's go and find this captain. I think I'm just going to decrease the camera sensitivity because that's moving way too quickly. I do have a high precision mouse, so that's better.
Was Wesley based out of the Lothering Chantry? I don't remember ever seeing him there.
He served elsewhere. He was coming to find me at Ostagar. Were you familiar with every Templar in Lothering?
How else was I supposed to know when to run and hide?
Oh, I love these little random conversations that you run into. Okay, so I'm not going through there.
Go back to Ferelden. Kirkwall isn't going to take you.
What do you want? Money? I can pay you. Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
Ah yes, I've got an additional dialogue option here. The guard told me differently.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we have family here. Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
Wouldn't you rather we left?
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amell, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
Ah, that's a really good choice, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, there's not many of them. Relatively easy picking, I think.
Now you fall! Let's finish this!
Yeah, they've got him. Let's deal with this one. Oh, he's still there.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
That went well. Or better.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Yes. Things may not necessarily be what we wanted.
Damn, girl, the years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen!
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My poor Carver didn't make it, and Drastic guided him.
Oh, Maker, save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
Would it help if I said you were my favorite uncle?
It'd make me feel better, but that's about it. I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Oh dear.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Let's find out.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Yeah, nice place. Yes.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
No, we're not putting Mother through that. We'll find a way.
Okay.
Let's hear it, Uncle. What do you have in mind?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your sister have to work off the debt for a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
I'm sure we'll be free and clear before we know it.
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Thenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
Let's ask our sister what she thinks.
What do you think about this, Bethany?
We've come this far. I don't care who we work for, as long as it means we don't have to go back.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
And the smuggler?
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Yes, it does stink. So, which option do you think would be better, the smugglers or the mercenaries?
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
Yes. Right. So let's see if I've got anything on the map. The dock's down there. And no pointers saying where I need to go, so let's just go wandering. Hey, who's this?
Did I not tell you to keep the rabble out of here? There's only so much I can do, Monsieur. I don't control the gallows. Then what am I paying you for?
That's a charmer, isn't he? There's a merchant.
I've already told you. I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sirrah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sirrah?
There's nothing, or...
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
Yes.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Ferelden's. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
I'm sure they'd rather not sell what little they have left.
My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
Yeah.
I don't need anything.
As you wish, Sirrah.
Yeah, it's going to be going away from him. Ah! There's the smuggler. Have a talk with her.
Are you a Thenril?
You must be Gamlen's niece. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
Oh,
He
great.
didn't say anything about me, did he?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
Let's find out some
I'd
things.
like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
We can't afford to be choosy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are killers. I mean, they're thieves, of course they're going to be killing people, especially when they're smuggling, they're going to have to.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
Yes.
It appears our uncle likes to talk.
Yes.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yes.
I'll find some other way into the city.
Suit yourself. I'll be around for a bit, if you change your mind.
Yes, let's go find the other one. Any other place that they could be? Oh, there he is. Over here.
Mirren?
And you must be Hawke. Nice.
Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
The sarcasm.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
I never pictured myself as the mercenary type.
So effectively a bunch of hired thugs.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said your sister's a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
Yeah.
Does everyone know about us?
Your sister's not in the circle yet. Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlen cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
Also, he's using us to get rid of a debt. Well, this one seems like the better option, to be honest. Depending on what kind of character you play, the other one's a better option, because I think there's benefits to either one, and it also changes the story somehow, because I think one or the other has a bigger role later on in the story. But yeah, let's follow the mercenary beginning.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for sure. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asked why.
Starting to regret my choices already. But then again, the Ethenril option would probably be worse. Now, we did actually find him earlier. He's over here.
Have you checked the courtyard again?
He's still out there, but he's alone. And he's not making a move.
I don't trust this. What will we do when the ship comes? Wait, who are you? I demand to know what you're doing here.
Let's have a chat.
What? This isn't the tavern? I'm so disappointed.
Mirren sent them.
I'm not an idiot. I could have figured that out for myself. Look, you. I don't know what that pissant thug is paying you, but I'll double it. Just let us go.
I might change my mind if I knew how you wronged the Red Iron.
Ugh, those fools take everything so personally. So I told Lord Asheral they were coming. It was business. I was perfectly willing to give the Red Iron a share, or all of it. I could give it to you as well. Just let me go.
I don't think he's going to be able to get us into the city. No. So, what are we going to do? Scare him off? Or forget it and fight them? I've got a feeling if we do anything other than fight them, Mirren's not going to help us. So, yeah. Let's go with this one.
Or I could take the money off your corpse.
Blasted idiot dog lords. Don't just stand there. Kill them!
I knew... What happened?
Yep, two of them dropped to their fireballs.
One less against us.
Stop drinking those bloody potions. Deal with these two. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, Bethany's falling. I wasn't paying attention.
That was harder than I thought.
Right, so Bethany is now injured. So the way to get around that is to use an injury kit. So there we go. And everyone has a level up. So let's just quickly do that. Right, let's put my crit chance up to 5%. And what else do we... I can take Sunder. Right. Oh, throat's really dry for some reason. Yeah, let's put everything into magic. And we take... Yes, we can take the powered up heal. And for Aveline, let's put some points into dexterity for the crit. And... Alright. Oh, the only one I can take on here is that one. Perception. Immune to flanking. That's a good one. Right. Let's loot the body. And head back to Mirren to tell him that we've done the dirty deed.
Dead and buried. Well, dead.
Good. May the bloody vultures feast on his corpse and shit him into the ocean.
Nice.
Welcome to the Red Iron. Tell your uncle I'm making the arrangements now.
Yeah. Right. So, where has Gamlen run off to? Somewhere around here. Oh, literally ran straight past them.
I never thought I would find myself begging to be allowed back into Kirkwall.
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Mirren and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
The voyage, yeah, but the adventure and the hell?
No more running for our lives unless we really have to. If only Carver were here with us. And Wesley.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Well, it's only the beginning of the game, so...
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So she made her name, settling her debts with the mercenaries. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
So, a year on, and still alive. And one thing to remember, Varric is a storyteller. We saw that in the beginning, how he likes to exaggerate in things.
No. Andraste's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No! You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
I'll buy you a drink before we head into the deep roads. Everyone wins.
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
Oh, that bottom one is brutal. The Templars are your problem. Oh, I am not being horrible to Bethany. I like her as a character.
Don't worry, Bethany. I won't let any big bad Templars come get you.
It's not a joke. If the Templars find me, the best I can hope is to be locked away for the rest of my life. If they don't kill me outright. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
I wouldn't trust Gamlen.
Our uncle's not exactly the most reliable tool in the shed.
No.
He's all we've got. Make us save us. We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go.
Leaving him with a horrible injury that will probably kill him.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would.
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
Yeah, do you like how Varric's portraying himself? Yes, just keep the chest in mind with some later stuff.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary, you've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. Serving with the Red Iron is no mean feat, yet you not only served, you impressed. The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
And what about sister?
You must have heard of my sister as well, then.
Only a little. She is certainly welcome to come, but I'll leave that up to you.
Frankly, I'd rather you take the credit.
Madam, your secrets are safe with me.
Find out what he's offering. We need a way into this expedition.
You're going awfully far out of your way just to hire another guard.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
You know, if we had that kind of money, we'd probably be okay.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 Darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Considering what we saw as the Warden last time.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split
Oh, he
profits.
said someone, didn't I?
Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
I hope there's more to this. Like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with Darkspawn.
The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
That was a year ago.
Won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
There might be nothing down there except darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there. Then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the deep roads were the underground tunnels that the dwarves built between their cities, or dug out between their cities. And they're tunnels that just go on for miles, sometimes in a straight line, because that's how they carved it. But there's a network of them underground, and because of the Blight, they kind of got overrun, and many of them are completely unknown. And as Varric said, some of them have been lost for such a long time that even the dwarves don't know about them. So yes, we would be running into
What's to stop you from taking my investment and running?
You'll be traveling with the expedition, and I'll be at your side. If I cross you, you'll be the first one to know. And I'll be the last.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
You're asking for a guarantee?
I don't know that I can give you one. Look, I know the Templars have been asking questions.
How terrible would it be to get out of the city for a while?
If this works out,
You'll be wealthy enough that the Order won't be able to touch you.
you need the coin and I need your help. We need each other. I can't make it sound better than that.
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up. Hightown, where the rich go to piss their money away. This really is the best place in Kirkwall.
Right, let's just quickly do the level up on Varric because he's arrived. Yeah, one of the key details of Varric is his crossbow is named Bianca. And there's a story behind that, which I think we get more into in Inquisition. I think it's only touched on in this game. Let's see. Yeah, only one I can take is that one. But yeah, he is a good character. I mean, every character in this game is a good one. I just want to double check one of the key bindings. Where is the quick save? F5 as per usual. So, just do a quick save there. And I'm going to pause for a quick break. Because sit down all day doing my day job and sitting down all evening play a game is probably not the best for my posture. And yeah, as usual, the wife moans at me. Adieu. Yeah. So off to a good start. We've met Aveline and Varric. Had some horrible things happen with Carver and Wesley. And yes, we've also got a promise to keep for Flemeth as well. I think I might see about doing that one if it's possible. Because that introduces an interesting character as well. Although there's a few interesting characters in this game. But anyway, yes, I'm going to have a quick break, so I shall be back in about 10 minutes. Links below if you would like to have a look at any of those while I'm away. So, yes, hopefully you're enjoying this playthrough of a rather old game. That's my thing, isn't it? Yes, as I say, I'll be back in about 10 minutes, so should be back by 1:45, so don't go anywhere.